Well, hello. Hello, everyone. Alan here. You like my t shirt? Yes. It says Psychic Reader. And I can't predict your fortune or your future. That is, right now, I'd have to get the cards out. But I can predict some great adventures in reading this upcoming year. So let me start out with it's New Year's Day, 2024. So happy New Year, everyone. Hope you had a pleasant New Year's Eve and a safe one and all that. Everyone seems to already have their 2024 TBR plans all laid out. So I always like to wait till the first of the year, the very New Year's Day, to do my buddy reads, my solo reads, my read-alongs, my Voxer groups. I'm going to be mentioning Voxer a lot. I'm going to be mentioning Greg from Another Bibliophile Reads quite a bit because, quite frankly, great minds think a lot. And I have a lot of friends. I'm into buddy reads and group reads, so don't hesitate to hit me up if you think I might like a book and want a buddy read with me. I'm up to it. So let's get on to it. I feel like I'm repeating myself a wee bit because I've been talking about War and Peace, and I've already started that. It's a reread for me. Anthony Briggs' translation, as well as the Maud's translation. And I have the audiobook of that. In fact, I hate to say it almost, but over the weekend I watched the BBC series, the whole series of War and Peace, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And then I'm going to be, and that's, we have a Voxer group on that. My Voxer ID is down in the description box below. It's ALLEN770. And that's with Mark at Book Time with Elvis, Aaron Facer, Sean D, and others. So join us if you care to. I'm writing, this is what my notes look like. This is a glimpse inside the mind of I've got black ink, red ink, and now green. So I'm keeping track. Got my eyes on you guys. Next, I'm buddy reading my second book by Salman Rushdie. I'm buddy reading his Booker award-winning novel, his first novel, Midnight's Children, with Scott at the Bookish Brians. Next, in January, this is January yet, the Bhagavad Gita. Yes. A book that I've read, many moons ago, decades ago. I read the Upanishads too, and really enjoy the Hinduism and India and that. And reading that with Greg and also Al at the Almighty Om. So can't wait. It was Al's recommendation for the translation in that. I forget the translator's name, but he's very knowledgeable and prolific. Next, we have the End of the World group, and I think that's coming up in February. Another Voxer group if you're into dystopian literature. That's a pretty large group we got going on there. We've read 1984, we've read I think something else too, and then next is going to be I'm going to forget. It's by P.D. James, and it has children in it. What is the title? I don't have it written down. Forgive me. Another Voxer group read, where we kicked it off with Mr. Mercedes, the All About Holly, reading 6 Stephen King books about the character Holly and Bill Hodges and Brady. Yeah, I've already read our second book is Finders Keepers, and I liked it better than Mr. Mercedes. So that's coming up. I'll reread it. That's with Bad. She spearheaded it with Greg. Kurt Vonnegut. Yeah, I'm in a Kurt Vonnegut group. Boy, this one started years ago with commenter extraordinaire Stephanie Cohen and I. And then Greg admitted I'm a Kurt Vonnegut fan too. So came on board, and now we have a big group about that. And next we're reading Cat's Cradle. After that, God Bless You, Mr. Rosewater. And then we're reading them in order of publication. February, Jim. We're interviewing Jim at Mystery Madness tonight on our show Monday Night Live with Alan and Greg. So be there, be square for that. But they're having a Sherlock Holmes readathon. And I am pretty ignorant about Sherlock Holmes. I just happened to find this. I love synchronicity. I found it just a few weeks ago at the library. You know how they put out library books and donate them? Well, I found a complete novels and stories volume 2. And Jim just put a video out on that today. Just watched it. And also in February is Black History Month, and I always read a James Baldwin novel or one of his collections of essays with my James Baldwin reading buddy partner, Patrice Jones. So I forget what we're reading, Patrice. Is it Giovanni's Room? We haven't read that yet. March is Marching Mammoths. And I'm reading Shadowram with Greg. I'm turning him on to Shadowram. That is a big, hard book that I love, and I've read like 3 times, and I've given away as presents. It's that Gregory David Roberts book, another guy with 3 names. I'm holding up the sequel to Shadowram, which I've read. They're big, hard books. Not necessarily hard. Take place in India, and I really enjoyed that. And I almost guarantee Greg's gonna enjoy it too. Let's see, March, April. What's up with April? IDK. Need to have some wiggle room and add some more books throughout the year, you know. But I know in May is Horror Mayhem. That's the Bookish Bryants again, and I'm gonna take advantage to read some new horror myself and take advantage of their prompts. And I even proposed to Buddy read another book with Scott and let him pick the horror book. And also I mentioned that to Cliff too, actually. Cliff at Cliff's Gems. We're going to get him on the show soon too. July is a few things going on. It's Jane Austen July. I'm going to read Persuasion. I have that in a collected, just got this back in a box from Toledo, Ohio. Thanks, Molly. One of several boxes, but I've collected Jane Austen. I have Persuasion in text, in ebook, and audio. I have it on Audible. So I want to get to that. And also, Greg and I are going to announce, we'll be announcing it, we're going to read Ulysses. And if anybody wants to tag along, you know it's my favorite novel, James Joyce, if you know anything about me or my channel. So we're going to be reading that in June and July, actually. Let's see, June on the Range as well. That's Ollie's original. No, that's Michael K. Vaughn's original idea. I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Michael K. I have a couple Louis L'Amour novels I've never read, so I'm going to do that, and then I'll participate in the prompts. I'm thinking about Ollie because last June on the Range, our buddy read the complete westerns by Elmore Leonard with Ollie, and thoroughly enjoyed that. Then in August, we have Garbagus. I'm going to read Chances by Joan Collins. Nettie, I was going to read it last August, but it didn't come in through the library. If it doesn't this year, I'll buy it. She was Nettie was really it's one of her favorite books, and Nettie's a good reader. August is Faulkner in August, Faulkner in August, Faulkner in August hashtag. It's our 6th season with my creator Brian at Bookish. We're reading light. We're reading As I Lay Dying, and Greg and I will be giving a book away, both of us, As I Lay Dying. What's wrong with me this morning? I need some coffee, but get that coffee. So it's a great end to Faulkner. As I Lay Dying. It's not long. It's humorous, but it's that as well. But please join us. We have it's our 6th season, so we have some hosts coming back. Una at the Codex Cantina, Ross at Scala Dabbling About the Books, Roz, Brian will be there, Greg, and others. September, Greg and Elizabeth at Bookings and Books are thinking about doing a September art read-a-thon where we read or look at books on great art, paintings and that. And I'm up for that. So that's new. September is Shakespeare as well. There'll be prompts and things for that, Shakespeare. October is Victober. I'm going to try to tackle North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. I've been trying to for like 2 years. So maybe this will be the charm. I also have her collection of Gothic tales on my Kindle I want to get to. And that will go good with our October. We read Edgar Allan Poe in October. This will be our 3rd annual of that. Voxer group as well. Join us. Then in December, we have a Cthulhu Christmas, which will be our 3rd annual as well. We had a very successful Cthulhu Christmas just last month. So, I want to thank you for your time and your consideration. Why not like, subscribe, make a comment? I'll reply back to you. And on the football, right? Okay. Make it a good one. Later.